There is a question you have probably asked yourself after things fall apart again. Why does this keep happening to me? Different person, different story, same ending. And at some point, you start to wonder if it's something about you. If you are the common denominator. If there is something you are doing that keeps pulling the same kind of people into your life. The answer is yes, but not in the way you think. It's not that you are broken. It's not that you are cursed. It's not bad luck. It's that you are unconsciously attracting what feels familiar. And familiar doesn't mean good. It means known. Your nervous system is drawn towards what it already knows how to navigate. Even when what it knows is chaos, inconsistency. Someone who runs hot and cold. Someone who makes you work for basic affection. That's not love. That's home. Or at least, it's what home felt like growing up. And you have been recreating it ever since. Here is the thing about patterns. They don't feel like patterns from the inside. From the inside, they feel like chemistry. Like connection. Like finally finding someone who gets you. Because the nervous system mistakes familiarity for compatibility. The person who makes your heart race, who keeps you guessing, who pulls you in and then pulls back, that's not passion. That's your body recognizing a dynamic it already knows. And it calls that recognition love. But it's not love. It's a rerun. Let's talk about what's actually happening. Most of us grow up learning a version of love before we are old enough to question it. If love in your house was conditional, if you had to earn it, perform for it, be good enough for it, then you learned that love requires effort. Constant effort. Proving yourself, being enough. If love was inconsistent, sometimes warm, sometimes cold, never quite predictable, then you learned that love is something you chase, something you stabilize, something you work to keep. And then you grow up, and you meet someone who is steady and consistent, and available, and it feels boring. Because nothing in your nervous system recognizes it as a love. So you go back to the one who makes you work for it. There is another layer to this. It's not just about childhood. It's about self-worth. The people you attract are a reflection of what you believe you deserve. Not what you say you want. What you believe, deep down, you are worth. And those two things are often very different. You can say you want someone who communicates clearly, but if somewhere inside you believe you are too much, or not enough, or fundamentally hard to love, you will find someone who confirms that belief. Not because the universe is cruel, because you will unconsciously gravitate toward the evidence that proves the story you already believe about yourself. So, how does this actually play out? You meet someone, and from the beginning there are signs. Small ones. The way they talk about their ex. The way they go quiet when you need them. The way they show up perfectly, just when you are about to walk away. And you notice. You notice every single sign. But you also explain them away. They're just going through something right now. They're not usually like this. Nobody is perfect. And you are right. Nobody is perfect. But there is a difference between imperfect and incompatible. And the reason you explain it away isn't because you are naive. It's because the alternative. Accepting what you are seeing means accepting that this isn't going to be what you need it to be. And that's a loss you are not ready for yet. Here is the part that actually changes things. Awareness. Not therapy. Not journaling. Not a 30-day challenge. Just awareness. Because you cannot choose differently until you can see clearly. Start noticing the moment you feel that pull. That specific excitement that comes with someone who is a little bit unavailable, a little bit unpredictable, who makes you feel like you have to earn it. That feeling? That's not a green flag. That's a familiar pattern recognition itself. And when you feel it, pause. Ask yourself, am I drawn to this person? Or am I drawn to how familiar this feels? That question changes everything. Because here is what happens on the other side of that awareness. You start to recognize that the things that feel boring, consistency, availability, someone who just shows up, aren't actually boring. They're safe, and safe doesn't feel electric at first, because your nervous system has never learned to trust it. Safe feels like nothing is happening, but what's actually happening is nothing bad is happening. And that is everything. The goal isn't to find someone who gives you butterflies every day. The goal is to find someone who gives you peace. Someone in whose presence you don't have to wonder. The work isn't finding different people. The work is becoming someone who believes they deserve different. Because until the story you believe about yourself changes, the people you attract won't. It starts with noticing what you have normalized, what you have accepted as just how relationships are, what you have told yourself is love, because it's all you have known. And then, slowly choosing differently. Not all at once. Not perfectly. Just differently. You are not cursed. You are not broken. You are not someone who is impossible to love. You are someone who learned the wrong things about love before you were old enough to know better. And now, you're old enough to know better. The pattern ends when you decide that familiar isn't good enough anymore. That comfort in the wrong thing is still the wrong thing. That you are worth someone who doesn't make you question your worth. Why you keep attracting the wrong people?